And I'm walking around the rodeo, and I'm thinking to myself, the rodeo then became the bootio. I done seen so many women walking around here as cowgirls wearing booty shorts all the way up to their booty, cheeks shorts, whatever you want to call them. And I'm like, damn, is we at the strip club or is we at the rodeo? You know what I'm saying?
What happened in Houston this spring break was not just reckless behavior.
Not y'all getting caught in Houston in beds that y'all just met at the club the night prior.
Men recorded women without consent. Women were reviewed in comment sections like products. Children witnessed things at a family rodeo they should have never, ever seen. Yet somehow the loudest voices online are still arguing about who started it. The real conversation, the one about dignity, self-worth, and what we owe each other as a community, has been almost completely silent until now. If someone you love was in Houston this spring break, or if your children are old enough to make their own decisions, this is for you.
And I'm trying to tell y'all right now, if we don't leave Houston with an STD, we ain't complete the mission. Exactly.
And good Lord, this generation got some of the proudest whores I've ever seen in my life.
A man ain't got nothing that good that's worth you being outside in the public degrading yourself as a woman.
Why y'all folks out there for spring break when y'all got some fat ass cold sores on y'all lips?
People are using AI to edit their my charts. This is not a joke anymore.
Stay with me all the way through, family. This is not about judging strangers on the internet. This is about recognizing a pattern happening inside our own community and deciding whether we keep looking away or finally say something real. When we stop holding ourselves to a standard, we do not just hurt ourselves. We hand the next generation permission to go lower and lower and lower. And that is not the direction that my heart desires this next generation would go. Men who exploit do not lead. They prey like predators. Men recording women without their knowledge, posting those recordings publicly, and allowing comment sections to rate those women like products. That behavior has a name, and it's exploitation. When a community applauds it instead of calling it out, every young man watching learns that this is what is expected of him. And I'm going to rephrase that and say, every young man without proper parental guidance and wisdom will watch and think that is what is expected of him. Men set the tone for how women are treated in any community. When a man treats a woman as a trophy to be displayed and reviewed publicly, he is not just disrespecting that woman. He is sending a message to every young man in his circle about what acceptable behavior looks like. Some will argue the women were willing participants.
I've seen the people in that car. In Houston, you mean to tell me you're in the car light on and everything, windows are all the way down. Like, I'm not talking about like just a little bit where you can see like the top of a person's head. No, all the way down. You can see everything. And then, not only that, I've seen other videos. Where is the respect gone? What is going on?
But willingness does not remove a man's responsibility to handle a woman with dignity. A man of character does not need an audience to validate what happened between him and a woman. He don't need proof that he got it, okay? He does not need a comment section to confirm his worth or his manliness or so-called manliness. What we saw in Houston was not men being men, because that's not how real men act. It was men refusing to grow up and mistaking exposure for accomplishment childishly. When men in our community decide that protecting a woman's dignity matters more than performing for the internet, the entire community rises. And the men were not the only ones with something to answer for.
Are you going to the rodeo or the adult video awards? Because the way y'all dress, I can't tell if y'all going to the rodeo to ride horses or ride. You do know children are going to be there, right? But I forgot. Who the cares about children, right?
Maybe I'm more conservative than I thought I was, because the videos and pictures I've seen from the rodeo this year of people using ass cheeks as an accessory have appalled and disgusted me. I'm going to a Cardi B concert, I expect to see ass cheeks. I'm going to a Mardi Gras parade, I expect to see ass cheeks. I'm going to an event that is founded and exists to fund children's education. I shouldn't see your ass cheeks.
It's kids out here. Like, put y'all butts up. We don't want to see y'all butts. Say the butts for the club. This is a family event. Let's keep it family, kid friendly. Put y'all butts up.
Public space is shared space, and our children were there. There has to be a conversation about what it means to occupy shared public space, especially a space designed for families and children. The Houston Rodeo exists to raise money for youth education. That context matters.
It's not that there are children around, it's that the rodeo is for children. It is quite literally for the children. And the mission of the Houston Rodeo is to raise money for the youth. When these adult women, because let's face it, that's where the issue is, when they're not covering their lower extremities, that is face level for many children.
I have watched this shift happen gradually over many years. I remember when young women began going out in flesh-colored shapewear, not as undergarments, but as the outfit itself, designed to make a person look and turn their head twice and question whether the woman was dressed at all or just naked. Then I watched a well-known female entertainer stand before a crowd in London and boast openly about the most vulgar sexual acts she had performed on men and had performed on her, as though shocking people was the same as being powerful.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay.
And I began to hear more women speak publicly with a level of raunchiness they call being real and authentic. What they did not realize is that stripping away all decorum does not make you real. It signals that you have no other tools, that you cannot express yourself any other way. Children experience the world at a different eye level than adults. What seems minor to a grown woman standing upright can be directly in the eyesight, the line of sight of a 7-year-old. So when the Houston Rodeo issued an emergency dress code mid-event, the situation had gone well beyond personal preference.
Welcome and thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. We begin with breaking news and a Factor exclusive. The Houston Rodeo is announcing here here on The Factor, they're tightening up a dress code that aims at addressing what you all have been talking about, clothes worn by some that pushes the envelope of decency off the damn desk.
Women who carry themselves with dignity in public are not being controlled. They are exercising the kind of self-respect the community can build on. When a community stops protecting its own health, when a community stops protecting its own health, the consequences do not stay personal. STD rates in Houston were already elevated before the spring break arrived.
Y'all not doing spring break right. Like, it's literally giving fest. Like, for real, it's giving fest. What is going on?
We told y'all not to come to Houston. Like, we told y'all. The ones who actually live out here, we told y'all not to come. Good Lord. This generation got some of the proudest whores I've ever seen in my life. Like, y'all don't give a damn. Ugh.
Healthcare workers have been raising the alarm about syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and even HIV rising sharply among people between the ages. Now get this. This is what's startling. Between the ages of 15 and 35. What happened during spring break did not create this crisis. It accelerated one already in motion. This is a community issue, not just a personal one, because infections do not stay contained. They travel home. They are passed to partners who were nowhere near Houston.
Man, if y'all went to Houston for spring break and you're currently trying to come back home because spring break is over, don't you dare come home with that. The kind of videos that I've seen from just spring break in Houston, boy, y'all was out there. It was like an all-white party. I think it was hosted by like DJ Envy, and you would have thought it was 1999 in that motherfucker. They was in there wilding.
They affect people who made none of these irresponsible choices and decisions. Reports of individuals using artificial intelligence to falsify medical test results in order to deceive sexual partners is not just reckless, it's predatory. It is one person knowingly placing another human being in danger. That is not freedom, that is harm. The community that gets tested has honest conversations and treats its own body as something worth protecting. That community is harder to break. Houston during spring break was a mirror on this culture.
See, nobody's teaching the females how to be young ladies no more. Cause y'all out in Houston doing what? A man ain't got nothing that good that's worth you being outside in the public degrading yourself as a woman for. I promise you a man ain't got nothing that good. I think it's just more so of being reminded that nobody's teaching the girls how to be young ladies no more. See, we can't even get to clowning the men and talking about the men when the self-respect isn't even in the room with us.
The question is not what we see in it. The question is what we decide to do about what we see. If this conversation spoke something you needed to hear, please like the video, share it, and leave a thoughtful comment about how you felt about this debauchery in Houston. Links to the source content are in the description. Family, I'm Deborah, and this is Family Still Matters. And because family still matters, how we carry ourselves, how we treat one another, and how we raise the next generation matters too. Thank you so much for watching. And I want to leave you with this scripture from 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. That is 1 Corinthians 6 and 19. That body, young man, young woman, does not belong to you. It was just loaned to you by God. May God continue to richly bless you.